Hey everyone, and welcome. So let's talk about one of the biggest headaches in AI automation. Why does an AI agent have to learn the same lesson over and over again? Today, we're diving into how Nova is tackling this head-on with a really clever long-term memory system. I mean, really think about this. You have an AI agent browsing the web, and what does it see? The same stuff everywhere. Cookie banners, login pop-ups, newsletter sign-up forms, you name it. Without a memory, that agent is basically stuck in Groundhog Day, relearning how to click accept on a cookie banner that looks exactly like one it just saw 5 minutes ago. It's just a massive waste of time and energy.
And this really lays it all out, right? On one side, you've got what we can call agent amnesia. This is the default for most systems. Every task, every website, it's starting from absolute zero. It's slow, it's clunky, it's frustrating. But on the other side, you have the goal, the experienced expert. An agent that's seen it all before, reuses what it knows, and just handles it. It's fast, it's reliable. So how do we get from the amnesia to the expert?
Well, Nova's answer is a system called the Phenomenological Knowledge Store, or PKS for short. And this is the magic right here. This is the component that gives their browser agent a real, evolving, long-term memory of how the web actually works. Now, what's so important to understand is that PKS is not just some big, messy log file of everything the agent has ever seen. The key word here is curated. It's a carefully managed knowledge store. It doesn't just remember what it saw, it remembers which specific UI phenomena pop up, and crucially, the best way to handle them. Think of it like a shared, community-edited library of solutions to all those annoying things on the web. So, what's the secret sauce here? To really get what makes PKS so powerful, we have to look at its anatomy. The knowledge it stores is really built on 3 core pillars: being able to recognize a situation, knowing exactly what to do about it, and then making sure that knowledge actually stays up to date and reliable. First up, you've got the fingerprint. This is how PKS answers that fundamental question, hey, have I seen this thing before? And just like a human fingerprint, it's not just one data point. It's a whole combination of different signals that, when you put them all together, create this unmistakable, unique identifier for a specific pop-up, banner, or form. And check this out. This shows you exactly what goes into that fingerprint. You can see it's way more than just looking at the code, the DOM. PKS is smarter than that. It's also looking at the vendor, like, is this cookie banner from a known provider like OneTrust? What's the actual text on the screen? What about its position and size? And you'll notice each of these signals has a different weight, which allows PKS to match these things with some serious accuracy. Okay, so PKS gets a positive ID on a fingerprint. It knows it's seen this exact cookie banner before. Now what? Well, that's where the playbook comes in. The playbook is the action plan. It's the step-by-step recipe that says, okay, you recognize this thing. Here is precisely how you deal with it.
And a playbook isn't just a simple click this button command. It's got a high-level goal or policy, like accept the cookies. It's got specific actions like click or press key. But here's the part that is absolutely crucial: verifications. The playbook also tells the agent how to check if its action actually worked. Did that banner really go away? Can I scroll the page now? It closes the loop, which is key to reliability.
All right, so we can recognize something with a fingerprint, and we know what to do with a playbook. But what happens when a website redesigns its layout and the old playbook suddenly breaks? That's where the third piece, health tracking, becomes so important. This is basically PKS's built-in quality control system. It's constantly keeping an eye on how well each playbook is performing out in the wild. And this isn't just a gut feeling, right? This is all driven by data. The system tracks the success rate over the last month, it counts if a playbook fails multiple times in a row, and it even has something called a staleness score to measure how long it's been since it last worked. If a playbook's health starts to drop, the system can automatically sideline it so the agent doesn't keep trying something that's broken. But, even with all of that, learning about the web one single website at a time would still take forever. This is where PKS gets really clever and starts to scale its knowledge using something they call platform templates. The whole philosophy shifts to this one powerful idea. Instead of learning how to beat a cookie banner on one specific site, what if the agent could learn the general pattern for the entire platform that serves that banner up on thousands of different sites? And that's exactly what it does. The web is full of these common platforms. You've probably heard of some of them, like OneTrust or CookieBot for managing cookie consent. PKS essentially comes preloaded with knowledge templates for these huge platforms. So when it sees the telltale signs of a OneTrust banner, it can apply a proven solution even if it has never ever visited that specific website before. It's a perfect example of transfer learning.
So the flow looks kind of like this. The agent hits a new website and immediately detects signals that say, hey, this is a OneTrust banner. PKS instantly matches that to its OneTrust template and creates a new candidate solution specifically for this site. The bottom line is, the agent is starting with what's probably an 80 or 90% complete solution right out of the box, instead of staring at a blank page. All right, so that's all the theory. But what does this actually mean in the real world? What is the payoff for having this incredibly sophisticated memory system? Well, it completely transforms how the agent performs.
Let's just boil all that real-world impact down to a single number, 95%. And that is not some made-up marketing number. That is the actual measured 30-day success rate for the PKS knowledge entry that handles the OneTrust cookie banner on a major German news site. This is a real health metric from the system, and it shows you just how rock-solid and reliable a piece of knowledge can become once it's established. So when you put it all together, the advantages are just huge. You get a massive boost in speed because these common roadblocks are handled instantly. You get incredible reliability since every action is based on a playbook that's been tested and health checked. All of this drives a huge increase in efficiency. And ultimately, it creates a genuinely intelligent system, a shared memory that gets smarter and more effective with every single task. And honestly, this quote just says it all. PKS takes an AI agent from being this forgetful novice that's always starting over and turns it into a seasoned expert that brings a massive amount of experience to every job. It completely changes the game. And it really leaves you wondering, what other problems could we solve if we gave AI this kind of structured, reliable, long-term memory?